It's easy to say that identities don't matter when your identity is not the one being exploited, marginalized, and oppressed. In ecs210, we aim to break down common sense ideals to reveal the true oppressive nature of our world, curriculum, and our schools. The oppression of one demographic results in the privilege of another. In our society, the most privileged person is the white, able-bodied, middle-class, heterosexual male. But the thing is, we generally don't even realize our privilege. White privilege is so inherent in our society that we don't even know how much we benefit from it. The first step in creating an anti-oppressive environment is recognizing our own individual privilege and realizing how we benefit from the oppressive nature of our society. I am an able-bodied, cisgendered, middle-class white woman. That is my privilege. I blogged about my experience in recognizing my own privilege and why we typically don't do so because it makes us uncomfortable. But nothing changes if we stay comfortable. As a white person, I benefit from the systematic oppression of people of color. I'm not targeted, ridiculed, afraid for my safety, based solely on the color of my skin. I was not surprised when our class was called racist. We live in an inherently racist society, and we would be lying if we were to say that we weren't racist. We have common sense ideas based on race that our society has constructed, but we must be able to question these practices and not just accept them. As a woman, I experience gender-based oppression every day. However, I do not experience intersectional oppression or oppression to the same degree as many women do. For example, I have blogged about the oppression that Muslim women face every day. My white womanhood, for some reason, isn't as threatening to the patriarchy as that of a Muslim or an Aboriginal woman. The patriarchal society that I live in makes it hard for me to feel safe, but in other patriarchies, it is hard for women to simply exist. We have also examined theories of gender and gender roles. Common sense has prescribed characteristics to each gender, and if you deviate from this norm, you are bound to face some form of oppression. These assumptions are so problematic because they're not gendered traits, they're human traits. In Grant Urban's presentation, he stated that a boy's mom was acting heroically for allowing her son to play with toys designed for girls. This statement prompted this tweet for me. I believe that true courage is being true to yourself and fighting against the system that is trying to oppress you. ecs210 didn't necessarily introduce me to ideas of oppression that I have never considered before, but it provided the platform for me to engage in the discussion. So what does curriculum have to do with all of this? As we've studied in class, the curriculum is reflective of our society. If we don't examine our place and our privilege in society, we will blindly perpetuate oppression in our classrooms. Because like I said, it's easy to say that identities don't matter when your identity is not the one being exploited, marginalized, and oppressed.